What's up, guys? I'm gonna be a bit quiet. Monday mornings I have to be a little bit quiet. Girlfriend's on a work call. What's up, Spicy Fry? We will not fail. Still going 5 years later. What's up, Damon? Just waiting for a few more to come in. Go through the plays. VARU is one of them. It's not a perfect fit for the system, so I'm going half risk, but looks alright. I think this is Kaza. Kaza looks like it almost fits the system, but I will go through it soon. Okay, there's not much longer till open, so let's look. I was looking, still I'm kind of looking at Casa. But, kind of looking at Casa, but news is a contract win. The company actually makes money. It's a contract win with like some media company or something. It looks like a decent deal. It's a real company. Let's check the. Yeah, like it makes money. Casa. Check the market cap limits. Quite high. Yeah, it's a tough one. Yes. Usually I would always be pulling the trigger on this, but I'm a bit scared to pull the trigger, to be honest. It's like everything says it's not a short, but the data kind of says it kind of is. But if this was another stock in a similar situation, I would have probably pulled the trigger. Actually in the IU. Half risk, half size, because usually I'd kind of like this to be a green candle, this wick, but it's still overextended from the 4s to the 18s. It's like a proper first red day today. It's like down 7%. It's like a good first red day. It's, I mean, might end up trying to test the 15s. I don't know if it breaks out. Like I say, it's not the perfect setup, but it's it's okay. Like, cause it was like an overextended gap up first red day stock for me that I think didn't work. I didn't make any money, didn't lose any money. Now it's kind of an overextended first red day setup. Not exactly perfect, but I will give it a shot. Like I'll risk like I think I'm not sure what I'm risking, but it's half size, so it's like less than 200. Like so it's not nothing special. Casa the data says I should fucking trade it, but again, it's something like I just don't feel comfortable if the company makes money. It like I say, the news is good if you actually check the news. But like I've got to kind of follow the system, follow the data. But like generally, when you shouldn't show that, Jesus Christ. Generally, when you follow a system, you've got to stick to it entirely, right? Tell me the same for you guys. That's one. Morning, dude. Morning, Mario. Yeah, it's good. Morning, Asim. Morning, AJ. Not much going on. Like, Cass has the dilemma. Like, do I hit it or do I not? Like, from an intuition point of view, I shouldn't. But from a system point of view, I kind of should. But I've got 5 minutes. Just killing time. There's not much going on with the market, to be honest. I'll go this. It's kind of slow. The volume on VERU is extremely light. I don't know if it's done this previous pre-markets, but normally trades 160, 200 mil. Yeah, it's starting to. We're in this resistance support zone of the 1330s versus the 15s. Just see which one goes. I've got a feeling Veru's going to go today. Like, it's for me, it's an overextended gap down setup. I should be taking it with more size. I kind of regret that I'm not. But just adding there. This is just the short that I take at the open, but I don't mind taking it like 3-4 minutes early. I mean, I don't see there being a touch wood. I don't see there being. I was going to hit it at the open regardless of price. So whether I hit it now or I hit it in 3.5 minutes, it doesn't matter. It's not a lot of size because, like I say, I would prefer this candle not to have been red, and I don't think it's overextended picture perfect enough, but we'll try it. Casa is a motherfucker. Casa. It fits the criteria. And the system says take it, but it's just, I just kind of do it. I just kind of do it. If it really pushes out the open, like take small size and see how it works out, but I almost just can't do it. It's a real struggle to take this one. If we get a parabolic at the open, I'll take a small start. I like almost nothing, but I can barely show this. It's too scary for us. That's going the right way for an overextended gap down. That's kind of working at least. Hopefully that just opens and just drops. Can't remember what I should be. Yeah. Let's probably push out the open this. Let's see. I think it's a big mistake to show this. But I should follow the system. It's such a dilemma. We'll trade it small. If it goes wrong, it goes wrong. I will trade it small. I'm going to trade it a bit more cautious than the system suggests, just because the system says I should trade it. But if anything goes, this should go. I really don't know if I should take this. I really don't want to override the system, but I really shouldn't take this. See what happens. Like I say, I'm taking a tiny size if I take it at all. I'll take what I get. So, God. 3% more. Should have been more patient with that. Let's say those system says take it. I don't think I should, so I took it way less size. Seems like a mistake to me. No, we'll see. It's looking better than I thought. That's.
Do I have time for a question?
Arrows just chopping around.
Can I just ask a question? So some contents go on social media, some contents go by email. How can I align that with you guys? I mean, just some content will go by email, right? Just some of it, not everything, right? So I'm afraid I will schedule something for a different date.
That's quite a lot of you guys in here.
Yeah, for example.
Pattern is bullish, you're right, but gotta stick to the system, right?
Okay, but for example, free limit orders, we just have a banner. But so how do I know it's not going by email as well? Just an example.
I think this could rock it. Let's see.
No.
There again, I'm not in anything with anything size. You can say like I'm up $17. I'm not in anything with anything size at all. Small size because both stocks are kind of like iffy.
Okay, cool. Okay.
I don't think I can. I really don't think I should be in this stock. What's it trading? Traded 3 million in the first minute. Really? Jesus. Yeah. I'm system overrating on this one. Oh, wow. Struggling now. There you go, that's interesting. It's about a system override. Just be like, fuck this. It's just everything about it's scary for us. Market's weak, eh? VIU is actually the one that I'm really looking at.
Okay. System overriding this shit. I'm not. If it goes through the 6
50s. I don't want anything to do with it. Too scared. System override on that one. Don't care. Be a tiny loss if I lose. Too scary. Use is too good, too bullish. Probably. Kind of boring day, guys. Nice to see a lot of you guys in. My girlfriend's on the background. She's got a work call. Very light volume. No SSR. I think I'll probably try and test the 15s if it doesn't break down soon. Do whatever it wants though. I mean, again, it's also not a lot of size. And to be honest, when I see stocks holding range consolidating, it's generally when they do this, they like rip. When they just don't go up or down, they just consolidate at the open. It's often what I've seen is just huge parabolics, but we'll see. It's like trapping shorts before the rip. Don't often see them just panic and fail. Not really. It's normally the opposite. You see these wicks, how it gets bought up. That's probably a very good long spot, yeah, I would say. Good call?
Yep. Great. Let's use this.
I'd say it's probably a good long opportunity, this. It's like higher lows before it ramps. Shorts are just all hoping it fails. Half of them probably haven't read the news. I'm only in this because my system tells us to be in them in half of the size I should be, with the stop much sooner than it should be as well. I'm sure this is going to take off and go to the 7s any second. The 3 million 1 minute volume candle as well. Like if this washes at the open, it's probably that's 3.7 million at the open. It's a $6 stock. That's huge interest. I really think it's any second should be a massive green candle. I'm really surprised it's doing this. I mean, I'm short and I think it's fucking long. It's ridiculous. It's the stupidest example of being short ever. Nah, actually, shorting parabolics of stuff that goes 200% and adding to losers, that's the stupidest. Kind of just want to see this go, get stopped. But then, like, system works, right? Been tracking these for like 6 months. Should work. I don't know, though. If anything doesn't work, this one shouldn't. That's what I think. Nothing yet. Pretty normal price action. Very normal an overextended gap down to behave like this. If it's actually going to work, it should this should be the end. Like chops, small break a high day, and then it should come down and fail. If it's going to work. If it's just grains and chops around and looks to go green, then it might not work now. This should be the end where it just falls apart and starts panicking. Squeeze a few shorts out and then dump. It's generally the best way these can work, in my opinion. My humble opinion. When's the money going to come in? To be honest, though, I'm kind of surprised. Like 3.8 million in the first minute didn't move the stock. It got immediately rejected in the 640s. That's a bit of a weird sign. Like, how did 4 million not move this from it didn't even move it more than 3%? That's a surprise to me. It's gonna be one of them times I'm getting a bit edgy that I should have trusted the system now. Because how did 4 million in 1 minute How did it not move the stock? That's a really weird one, no? How did it move the stock? Who's above selling into that 4 million? Like, and why are they selling into it? It's an interesting one. It's an interesting one. Tempted. It's too late now. I played it too safe. God knows what this is going to do. Don't really have any money on it, so not really much to say. There's a double bottom. See if it reacts with a lot of strength from the double bottom. Looks like grinding go off the double bottom. BRU, nice. It's nice to get that higher day fake out, breakout. Now it's starting to panic. Quite nice, 1450s to the 1350s with no bounce. This could be a sign of a big panic. Hopefully, let's see. Again, it's not a picture perfect setup, so I don't really have much, almost any size on it at all. Just playing a system small size, I'm sizing the system up when it proves to work. It's as simple as that. What the fuck? This is a big surprise. This is a big surprise. Trust the system. Could have been a big day. Not a big day, but could have been $400. Traded almost no size on this. Just system said trade it, but didn't trust it at all. Profitable company. Decent. No dilution. Good news. Didn't trust this at all. Not at all. But could have made $400 if I trusted the system. Kind of, it's gonna sting. It's gonna sting this one. But the system's new. Do you know what I mean? Like, you've got to be careful. The stop on Veru. Stop on Casa is like high day, 650. Stop on Veru will be wider, but I don't even think it's gonna hit. I think this looks like it's done as well. Might make, if both work, I might make $200. Should have made about 600, all in all. Casa first five was 30 million and it failed. Yeah. It's not Casa's never an easy short because I know the news, the fact that the company's profitable, the fact that it's got no dilution, like, this thing should have gone for me, like, but yeah, technically, not knowing any of that, it was, how did 4 million move the stock 3%? From the 6s to the 630s? It's about maybe 4%, is it? How did 4 million in the opening minute not move it more than 4%? It should move 10%. It's kind of sucks that like I say, I didn't break the system. Didn't follow the system, but not to worry. I'm still not sure about this, but let's see. Let's see how Veru does with the double bottom here. I mean, making $100 is better than losing $100. Maybe make more. Matt's saying it's already broke out and it's got a high institutional ownership, but high institutional ownership is a bullish thing, no? High institutional ownership is bullish, no? Means that what can someone explain to us whether high institutional ownership is good or bad? From my understanding, it's good, no? Matt seems to know what he's talking about. No, like, I'm being serious. Like, these this analysis, what he's saying all makes sense to me. Veru's already tried to break out and reject it. It's just whether it breaks the support. Yeah, I thought institutional ownership was bullish. It means that a lot of people are interested in the company, right? Like, to hold it for the longer term. Yeah, it's how this reacts off the double bottom is going to tell you how much strength it's got to hold any of its gains, these gains from the 4s to the 16s. If it immediately fails, it could be a sign of a big panic. But let's see, I mean, I'm like, look at the cover, probably like near the 10s, right? 1050s. This is not a small frame idea. Nothing really. I mean, as much as you would like to think something's happened, I mean, I'm up 5% on one and 1% on the other. I mean, nothing's really happened like in terms of big picture. But if Ferro falls through this 1350 support, this is support from, yeah, it's right next to the 1350s, 1320s is where it was based yesterday. So if it falls through this in the morning, it's generally a sign it should just crap out all day, boss. I don't follow the 200s, the 200 SMAs. I don't follow it. I fucking should. I should. But I just trade a system. I don't really use too many indicators. I just follow a system, and I'm seeing if it works. Right now, I think I'm right on the system, but only 1%. As of now, this could still go either way, but perfect world, VWAP, reject, fail. Casa is the real surprise of the day. I'm shocked at this. I'm such a moron for not following the system. Either way, I would have been pissed off. If I took the loss, I would have said, it was just a tough one. The system said take it. I just couldn't, like. Not until I've got more data. I mean, I've got 6 months of data. I should respect 6 months of data. It was on the fringes of the criteria as well. This might not be done. I mean, it's holding above pre-market lows, but let's see. I would say that you should probably start trading. I mean, it sounds like you kind of know what you're doing. I can talk on the microphone so people can hear. I'm just explaining to my girlfriend. She trades as well. She's learning to trade. This one followed the system, met the criteria, but it was like, it's a profitable company with no dilution, and pretty good news. Like, it's got good news and it's already makes money. I just couldn't bring myself to short it. I shorted it with very small size and a tight risk. You should say you should never break your system, but like, you should never be more aggressive than your system. I should never break your system. I shouldn't break it, but I played it more cautiously than the system. Do you know what I mean? So like, if I'm not going to lose money by being more cautious than the system, but you should always play the system. It is what it is. This one was a system trade. This one, I wasn't like totally 100%. Like, I'm pretty sure it meets the criteria of the system. The pattern, just normally the data, I would say they should be green for the system, but it was red. So I've traded this one like very small, like much smaller size. So, and both are kind of working. So, but it's $50. I'm not going to go buy a car. It's not like I'm going to go buy a car after the day. Like, it's $50, $60, $65, $70. This one's really breaking down. Shorts have been watching this one really for a long time because it's from the 4s to the 18s. Not bad entries, somewhere in the middle of 14. I've probably got as my average. 13.90, so let's just say 14. So yeah, it's good. Get from like 14s to the 11s, something like that. It's not some marvelous win, but it's okay. Look at that. Casa's nice kind of, oh wow, that is terrible, terrible, terrible candle. Fucking what's going on with Casa? Really, really, what's going on? Because you'd expect that reversal, but it's just dogged. It's just dogged all the longs, like all the longs waiting for a reversal, and it's just that anyone who's chased that up is just dogged them. Like, what is the deal with Casa? Jesus fucking Christ. Craig said, does your system have any hesitation to short something? I don't know what that means. IO percent. So I don't know what IO means. You have to explain again. Casa was like 90. Casa was up 52. Casa is playing with everyone. It kind of is messing around with everyone, but that's why honestly I trade a system, so I can't be manipulated by the price action. I just play historically what works. Does your system have any? Sorry, dude. Does your system have any hesitation? Nah, I'm tracking it. I'm tracking institutional ownership, and I'm tracking something else. But I've only been tracking it for the last 2 months, so I haven't factored in anything yet to a system because I haven't found any. I haven't really I haven't looked at seriously enough at it because I don't have enough data. But I started tracking IO institutional ownership like a few months ago. And when I've got enough data, I'll start categorizing and breaking down and systemizing to see how much of a difference it makes. And yeah, I'll probably factor in a change to the system for specifically for stocks, say that have like more than 70% IO or something like that. I'll break it in, yeah. So I've got basic core pans that I trade with the system, and I'm gonna obviously like really get to the intricacies later. But right now, I need to get the nuts and bolts working so it's profitable, and then I can tweak with more data. I would be cautious of high. Go institutional ownership. VRU's looking good. I'm gonna shut down, guys, but I'm gonna put covers in and just shut down. Cast I'll probably leave a stop. I'm too scared. Veru, let us see what I'm doing. I'll be covering somewhere in the 11s above this support zone. You see the support in the 1020s, 1030s. I'll be covering in the 11s somewhere. If it gets there, and if it doesn't, it doesn't matter. I'll just cover at the end of the day. But I still think Casa can go me. Genuinely still think Casa can go. I think that's like some fake out so shorts hold and then it squeezes and breaks. I've seen this price action before. I really think Casa can go. There you go. See, they'll like fake it out once and trap all the longs, so like all the shorts hold, and then they'll rip it for good. I think this could be a screamer. If I didn't have discipline issues, I'd be long. This has got way too much volume. It's gonna go for sure. I'm getting out of this thing in a sec. There you go. Wow, what a good cover. What a good cover. Yeah, I was pretty sure that was going to go. What a good, I mean, it wasn't a great cover, but it was a good cover. I had a feeling that was going to go. Yeah, thank fuck I didn't. Thank fuck. So I made $5 on Casa. It was awesome long, that thing. You guys see that shit? It's insane. So I made money on Casa. I overrated the system because I was like, no, honestly, Casa, I don't care about it at all. Like, I'm just really pleased that I spotted that it would break the system. I'm glad that I spotted the sign of when this rejected and then held. I've seen this before when it's a sign of like a massive run. Like they'll massively rip it. If it's like a fake out to trick the shorts. Oh, it got rejected once, so it's definitely not going to get rejected again. Shorts add, they get more confident, and then someone's going to squeeze it big. I've seen this tricky, trappy price action for shorts before. This is why when it started edging here, I mean, if I had more balls, I would have gone long. It's probably going to really go to the 7s or 8s. This, maybe even the 9s. It's really bullish. You'll have some stupid shorts who are going to get squeezed through the higher day. Yeah, but it's this is a win. This is a win for me because it would have been a $400 loss if I'd followed the system, which is fine. Like this is a very high probability win rate. I just thought this, if any of them don't win, this one will be the one. And the cover was really good, eh? Like covering in the 613s before it broke the 650s. That's a fucking great cover. Yeah, that cover was awesome. Really proud of it. It's about being able to see what's going to happen ahead of time and react. I really think this is such a good long. Like if I had more confidence in the long side and I knew, I'd be loading in on dips. Yeah, really. I don't know if I'd want to buy up yet, but where I covered, I would have been loving the. If this really drops down to 620s, I'd be loading into this. Every time I've seen price action like this, it's been a huge green day. Veru's looking just fine. I'll probably not watch the price action today. I'm gonna. We'll watch Casa for a few more minutes and I'm bouncing. It's just, I think I've got record numbers in today. This is the most people I've ever had come in. It's pretty cool to get record numbers, so people are finding out about it. You guys obviously like it because the ones who watch from the start are still here from like the day 1, day 2, day 3. And then obviously people are telling other people and people are joining and coming and watching. So as long as this grows, I'll probably keep on doing it. It's no problem for me. It makes us less bored. Babe, I'm so overweight and ginormous. I'm just really trying to wait till 12 o'clock to get breakfast.
Wait, what?
I look so sexy when I wake up in the morning. It's so hot. Still on live stream, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It looks so hot.
Please let me know in advance.
You look so sexy first thing in the morning, even without makeup.
Really?
Oh,
No.
Go on, show you. You look so good looking. Please keep showing us how you trade. This is kind of a new style. This is a new style, but I'm sticking with it for a while because I've got no risk management. I'm really bad at risk management. So I've tried to simplify everything that I know just so I can like respect risk in a court. And I never respect my account most. Like, and me losses were always bigger than me wins. And I think it was MIC, Bao said, once you can consistently make money every day without out of control losses, that's when you're a consistently profitable full-time trader. That's my final goal. That's my final goal. Just really never have the big loss. I can consistently make money as a trader. I know I can. It's just about avoiding the big losses. And this is the final stage after 5 years. What I'm working towards. And yeah, like the money's tiny. It's like hardly no shares. But like I say, this I didn't have conviction on this. Normally I'd risk 400 to make 600 or something like this on the setup, but I just didn't have the conviction, honestly. Trading from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. I was in Buzios, which is also in Cabo. Is it Cabo? Cabo?
Cabo Frio.
Cabo Frio, yeah. Seeing Cabo Frio was kind of cool thing, cool place. It's on holiday. If you wanna, I'll put my Instagram handle in. There's a bunch of cool things. There's a bunch of cool pictures and stories and videos. It's more lifestyle stuff. What else was I gonna say? And also, guys, I trade with Trade Zero. This is all Trade Zero. If you guys want 3 months free platform and you want a short, but you don't have the right broker, what the hell is the website? Something like, I think it's this in the comments. And also, if you can't comment, you need to go to the YouTube channel. It's Junk Trades. Junk Trades on YouTube. If you want to comment and be part of it, but you can't because watching from Twitter, then you need to watch on YouTube. I'm not worried about that at all. I think Varo is a pretty safe place to trade. What's MDVL? Wow, it's a super nice breakout on MDVL. From the ones to the threes. At some point, this will be a short, maybe tomorrow. I really, really hope this one goes. Really do. Oh, God. Yeah, that's true. Make sure you hit the like button on YouTube or whatever. Hit retweet, hit like on Twitter. Just help other people find the free content, right? It's good. It's good for everyone. I'm doing this for everyone for free. So if you like it, hit like, hit retweet, whatever, subscribe, whatever. Yeah, right, guys. I've got to log off and do some work. Once at some point, I've got to log off. That's the question. Did you learn with the Steady Trade team or just do the podcast with Bourne? I did the podcast with Tim Bourne, so I was in the Steady Trade team. But the way I trade is extremely, extremely different to the way it's taught in the Steady Trade team. These guys are like long in Nasdaqs. I think it's I've always believed that there's a very low edge in long in Nasdaqs. It's extremely difficult, except last year where it was quite bullish. Like the market was in a bubble, so long in Nasdaqs had more of an advantage. But generally over the last like 10 years, like long in Nasdaqs for me is like suicide. The best of the best of the best can do it. Like the fucking genius traders with extreme discipline, like Roland Ball. Who's the other guy? Bryce Tui. Dan Irish is completely different, but he's just great at it. But if you look at like Matt Monaco, like I saw Matt Monaco a while ago, he was saying he's like barely took a trade in months because there's just not really good high edge setups. So now I've never ever traded like that style. Never traded like Sykes teachers with the OTCs. I've always followed my own data, always followed a system. I've always followed data to trade discretionary trades with a high edge. But now I've moved it a step further to trade high edge setups with the system. Where I used to use data to find high edge setups and then trade them discretionary. So like I'd half read price action, half know that the big picture edge was on my side. But I just don't have the discipline with discretionary trading, so I just had to move to a system. Sadly, I just had it. I lost when there was really high edge probability. Like I made a lot of money discretionary trading. A lot of money for me, like 100K was a lot. But these days, now that the market's harder, I just have to follow a system and strict risk management because for me, it's the only way to survive. And yeah, it means there's a lot of boring days where I make $36, but hopefully there's 3 months this year where you can crush it and make some money, and I've got a bunch of data on these systems and it works. Don't be fooled by these red candles on Casa. Like this thing is consolidating. It's probably going to rip all afternoon. Do not chase 1 minute price action, right? Is your new system any connected with the lessons that I bought from the guy a year and a half ago? Yeah, it's very, very close. The system that I trade now is a lot of gap and craps, and it's very close to the system that I used to trade with some big. There's a couple of big changes though, like that. There's no edge in gappers, like 25% up, 35% up. Anyways, statistically, there's no edge. So I'm more selective, but it's the same system, but more selective. John's discretionary trading takes a lot of. It's not that it takes. Yeah, it does. It takes a lot of mental capital. Yeah, it does. To stick to it, it takes insane discipline. More discipline than mental capital, and I don't have it. And I never have had it. Like I drink too much, I eat too much. I'm emotional. Can't control my mood half the time.
Oh yeah, true.
My girlfriend's like, oh yeah, true. Like I can't even control my own mind day to day, let alone in high impact, high stress situations. So God help us trading. I've got to be system based. So like, because the one thing with system based trading is like, you know that if you respect the system over thousands of days, you're going to make money, and how much money you make depends on how much you risk. So in this regard, like I've traded for 5 years, I've got nothing else to prove. I made some money discretionary trading. Now I just want to make a living from system trading, treat it as a job, not a hobby anymore, and just take my girlfriend on nice holidays. And she's a nice girl, and she works hard, and she's got a good job. But obviously, I like to try and do special things when I can.
It's really nice.
Thank you. This is why I've given up my gambling addiction of discretionary trading. Have a great day, Matt. Next leg of Vero's in. Like I say, I'm covering this in the 11s. I'll just hold it for a while. Chart will be up later. Casa, I don't believe this shit for a minute. This is gonna like trick. Shorts are gonna be like, oh. The way I see this is like shorts are gonna be like, oh yeah, I got away with it. And you just need to add some more, average up. It's coming down, and it'll scream through the 7s, scream through the 8s. This is interesting. My data says, I'm not showing this again. My data says that it's a short. But you're saying your data says it's gonna go. And my data doesn't take into account anything intraday. It's big picture before. But I would agree with the intraday signs, this fake out, this 1 minute volume, this high or low, this institutional ownership, the news, the fact that it's a profitable company. The only thing is the float. The structure of the chart intraday is extremely strong. I would say that your stats are right. I mean, just because your stats are right, it doesn't mean mine are wrong. Like this setup that I trade, it's got like an 85% win rate. So 15% of the time I'm wrong. Do you know what I mean? And obviously your data is showing something that I haven't figured out yet. So that's cool. But you two people can be right because you've got to lose as part of trading. Very was a good short. I wish I'd had more. It is what it is. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna bounce. I'll be back tomorrow. Tell your friends. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Retweet it, please, if you enjoyed the content. I don't know anyone at all who, I mean, I'm no great trader. I'm a profitable trader, right? I've made money long in my lifetime trading, so I'm a profitable trader. I don't know any profitable trader. I don't know any trader that just live streams for free. So please share it. Cheers, guys. Bye.